Hey there, everybody. It's Leland the Realtor. The June market numbers are in, and there is a ton of great news for the month of June. And we're going to talk a little bit about why we are seeing such good numbers in June. And it's not just because there's not that many houses for sale, there are so many other factors. So first, I'd like to say it is really exciting to hear that we are going to get an Amazon fulfillment center, which is going to go in over the next year or so, where Bernalillo County is going to be investing $6.5 million in infrastructure where Amazon is going to be built. So again, we're going to be adding a ton of jobs, which is going to add additional revenue to Albuquerque as a whole. Now, not only that, we actually saw a doubling in permits from the film industry from about 292 back in 2018 to nearly 500 in 2019. And we have seen a slight decrease ever since COVID because there has been a reduction, but this doubling of permits is showing that we have a very healthy economy. Now, I'd also like to mention Kairos Power LLC, which is going to be investing in an R&D facility over in Mesa del Sol, and they are planning over the next 10 years to invest nearly $300 million in jobs and construction in that area. So again, we're seeing $300 million from them, $6.5 million from Bernalillo County, $1 billion from Netflix. So a lot of money is continuing to come into Albuquerque, which is affecting home prices positively. Now, the next big item is, of course, interest rates. We saw interest rates for the first time, I think, ever drop below 3% for a 30-year mortgage. That makes mortgages make so much more sense than even paying cash for a home, because when you take inflation at 2% and an interest rate of 3%, your effective interest rate is extremely low. So because money is so cheap and so accessible now, that is making buying a home easier than it's ever been. And in terms of monthly payments, it is less expensive than it was even a year ago. Now, the third item that has been increasing home prices is, of course, as we all know, there is a pandemic going on, and that pandemic actually caused home sellers to be more afraid of selling homes, but not so much impacting home buyers wanting to purchase homes. Now, recently, in the last week or two, we have seen more and more home sellers start to put their homes on the market, increasing availability for buyers, which means there is going to be more homes available for home buyers, but we are still seeing fewer sellers than there are buyers. I'm going to expect, or at least I personally expect, that the number of homes newly listed to continue to rise in number, just because there are a lot of people who did hold off on selling their homes, and chances are they are going to sell probably in the next couple months, or maybe potentially wait till next year. We will see what happens. Of course, I don't have a crystal ball. All right, so the final thing we are going to, of course, address are the actual numbers of the real estate market. So just in raw data, new listings, or at least inventory of homes on the market, we started June with 1,853 homes, which is extremely low, and actually ended with 1,618 homes on the market. So we saw a 250 home decrease, which amounts to about 13% decrease in number of homes available on the market. So again, we are seeing buyers being extremely active. We saw a total of 1,666 new listings come on the market, and 529 homes that were under contract come back onto the market. So we did see roughly 2,100 homes come onto the market at any given time. Some of those came on the market twice. But what's really interesting is how many buyers we saw. Of course, our second item, we are going to address pending homes. We saw 2,450 homes go into pending. That is an absolutely insane number of homes going into pending, and that absolutely is the reason why we saw such a decrease in the number of homes available on the market. So yes, if you are a seller, this is a great time to sell, because all of a sudden money got a whole lot cheaper and there just isn't a whole lot on the market. So in terms of total closings, the total number of closings we saw was 1,581 closings. Now that is up over 400 from last month. Again, we saw a huge lag based on the pandemic being announced. So that is why there were so few closings last month, and there are so many closings this month. And then, of course, this actual month, July, I anticipate us seeing a huge number of closings. Of course, our third item, what is actually going on in the market now? Well, there are still people overpricing their homes, which makes a lot of sense because a lot of people are trying to see how much money they can actually get for their home. We saw overall 1,059 people change the prices of their homes. So that is a large number, but then again, there are a lot of people putting up their homes on the market and trying to get as much as possible, which, if you are selling your home, you are definitely going to want to do that, especially given that money has become less expensive, making home buying also less expensive. So overall, what we are seeing is a huge increase in the number of jobs in Albuquerque, infrastructure continuing to be put in, new businesses offering tons and tons of jobs, including 700 recent customer service jobs, amounting to $21.6 million a year in just jobs from one business, as well as several other businesses investing their money into Albuquerque. So in terms of what I expect Albuquerque to do in the future is, well, I very much expect Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, Corrales, and really everywhere in this area to continue to grow and continue to increase in population, which ultimately means home values that we're going to see are going to continue to go up, and we are going to continue to see a continuous, healthy flow of money going through Albuquerque. So I hope you found this information useful. If you did, please share it with your family and friends. If you're currently looking to buy or sell, or maybe have a friend or family member who has been looking around, please feel free to refer them to me. Send me a direct message or email anytime. I am Leland the Realtor, keeping real estate simple. Have a wonderful day.